Hey, thanks so much for being here. It's the Mike Broomhead Show. Happy Friday. Now, we've talked a lot, congregate spaces, what happens in the spread of COVID-19. We know that we've got a lot of issues with nursing homes, long-term care facilities, but one of the other concerns has always been about our jails and our prisons. So joining us now is David Shinn, Director of Arizona Department of Corrections, Rehabilitation, and Reentry. Mr. Shinn, thank you for coming back on the show. And how are you addressing this in the prisons?
Mike, we have been very, very busy. It's hard to believe that we have been in this present posture for more than 90 days at this point. Throughout that time, we have implemented our infectious disease control plans relatively effectively. And one of the things that we're getting ready to do next week is begin serology testing for all of our employees throughout the state, our contractors, everyone who works with us. And we are exceptionally grateful to Governor Ducey and the Department of Health Services for their support and coordination of this effort.
So when you test for serology, if you test them positive, are you going on and testing everybody as well to find out if they're COVID-19 positive now?
Yes, we will be looking at that as a guide to additional testing for PCR tests.
And as far as that, so is inmate testing, how is that going? Is that only on people that are symptomatic, or is there regular testing for inmates outside of the prisons? How is that working?
Yes, we have done both, Mike. We have really used symptomology to guide our PCR testing from the very beginning. Additionally, we test every admission that comes to us from county jails. We test everyone prior to departing our reception center in Alhambra before we send them out to our mainline institutions. Every inmate who goes in and out of our facilities for any type of external medical treatment is also separated and quarantined, and we'll do testing if necessary on them as well.
Obviously, with the number of inmates and staff that you have and people coming in and out of the institutions, it would be difficult to be at a zero, but are you confident and are you happy with the results of keeping the spread down from inside the institutions?
Our goal is zero, Mike. We always want to do better than we have, and we are moving rapidly. The blessing, I think, and the real news at this point is of the 249 inmates that have been confirmed since the very beginning, 109 of those inmates have recovered. 43% of the individuals who have contracted COVID have recovered from that. And I think that that's the real success here.
Absolutely. Now, as far as the serology test, there were some questions about reliability or time frame, length of time from having contracted it or been exposed to it. Are you concerned at all about reliability?
Well, there's two methods, Mike. One is the finger stick, and that one had some questionable reliability. The one that we're going to be utilizing is the blood draw method, which is, and I believe, the 98% effective range.
Oh, great. So this is going to help you track exposure and people that have actually, again, have been exposed and recovered and now are carrying the antibodies. And what do you plan on doing with that information moving forward?
To be very honest with you, I think the greatest benefit is relieving some of the anxiety for our men and women who, throughout this entire episode, have dealt with the challenge of COVID-19, both in the community and then literally every day on the job. And we are tremendously grateful for their dedication and efforts and would not be where we are today without each and every one of them.
And I know that we talked months ago about specifically the inmates from Perryville that were working out of Hickman Farms, and they were staying at the farm in that unique circumstance where they were able to house them. Is that still going on, and when do you anticipate, if it is, those inmates being returned back to the facility?
Yes, it is, and it has gone exceptionally well. They have done a fantastic job on maintaining that critical agricultural infrastructure resource that is out there. As we get a grasp on COVID and see a significant downward departure, we will look at demobilizing that at that time.
Terrific. We appreciate you making the announcement here on the show. I think it's a huge step forward, and it's great for the people in Arizona, just another level of peace of mind, and I appreciate you coming on and talking about it this morning.
Absolutely, Mike. Thank you so much for your time.
All right, thank you. That is David Shinn. He's the Director of Arizona Department of Corrections, Rehabilitation, and Reentry. They are going to be doing serology tests on staff, peace of mind for people working with inmates every day. And I think it's the more testing, the more information we have, the better, especially on something like this.